My beloved daughter, while at the mart, I hesitated for a while, contemplating whether to buy a tumbler or not, but eventually decided to leave without purchasing it. During my evening meditation, I pondered why I always feel the urge to buy a new tumbler whenever I see one with a different design. Whether I visit a coffee shop or travel, my attention is always drawn to the tumblers displayed in the shops. However, I'm not someone who frequently uses tumblers. They are simply items I use occasionally when I want to leisurely enjoy a cup of coffee. So why do I feel the need to buy various tumblers and keep them in the cupboard? Upon returning home, I closed my eyes and sat quietly, wanting to uncover the underlying desire for tumblers deeply embedded in my mind. As I closed my eyes for a moment, I began to search for childhood memories buried within my mind. And then I discovered the reason behind my unnecessary purchases of tumblers. Memories that I had long forgotten resurfaced. It was back in first grade when my school organized its first field trip. On that day, every student brought their own tumbler filled with water, along with their lunch boxes and various snacks, packed in their backpacks for the outing. My mother, who was very frugal, refused to buy me a tumbler with cartoon characters that other kids liked. She thought it was a waste of money to buy a tumbler for school outings that occurred only twice a year. Instead, my mother sewed a cover onto a large, empty white vitamin bottle and attached a strap to it, filling it with water for me. I begged my mother to buy me a tumbler with pretty pictures on it, but she refused my request. I felt deeply disappointed and resentful towards my mother for not fulfilling my wish. My self-esteem was deeply wounded when I saw my friends' tumblers and realized that mine was different. Feeling ashamed and embarrassed about my tumbler, I threw the fake tumbler my mother had made into the woods during the trip. I didn't want to carry the fake tumbler, so I lied to my mother, telling her that I had lost it when I returned home that evening. Although my lie went undetected by my mother, I now realize that it was my first act of deceit and a complete betrayal of trust. The emotions of hurt and depression I experienced because of the tumbler continued to linger within me even as an adult. The desire for tumblers that still existed in my heart from my childhood memories was the reason behind my compulsive purchases of them. All my actions of unnecessary spending were rooted in the unmet desires of my childhood. I laughed for a long time during meditation, realizing how my past desires, left unfulfilled and deficient, manifested into various actions in adulthood in an attempt to satisfy them. And I let go of the memories of happiness I had felt when my childhood desires were fulfilled. These fulfilled desires led to the creation of new desires, which, if not discarded, would keep me enslaved to my past and prevent me from living in the present and future. I let go of the past version of myself, plagued by a sense of lack about tumblers. Now, I don't think I'll be buying unnecessary tumblers anymore. All my present actions are shadows of the past me, and I can find all the causes within my heart. And when I find the causes, I can discard them, change them. If I don't discard them, even after finding them, my shadow behaviors won't change. Meditation is about discarding every version of myself in my mind, every thought, and every emotion of the past. To live faithfully in the present is to be successful.